Hello and welcome to today's historic Best of 3 deck tech and gameplay video on Ensoul Steel. Ensoul Steel uses the two namesake cards of Ensoul Artifact and Tempered Steel. Ensoul Artifact making either new creatures out of our Artifact indestructible lands, or helping our existing Artifact creatures to grow a little bit bigger. We also have two copies of the Black Staff of Waterdeep as sort of copies 5 and 6 of Ensoul Artifact, but is also reusable, more or less. And Tempered Steel will also help to just grow those creatures, as well as all of our Artifact creatures, which is basically the entire deck, to make them even larger and scarier threats. Besides that, we just have general sort of nice support cards to make it all run. Metallic Rebuke, which is nice in this deck for some interaction. Same thing for Apparition and Absence as more forms of interaction. We also have cards like Mystic Forge and Thought Monitor for basically card draw, and the ability to turn them into bigger creatures is always nice. Land base, relatively self-explanatory. Loads of things that can come into play untapped and hit the ground running, which is, as an aggro deck, we want to do. We also have 3 Spires of Industry, since with all the artifacts we run, and as well as the indestructible artifact lands, Spire of Industry is more often than not online. But if you don't have it, don't worry about it. Just run extra copies of other things in the land base. If not, just basics. Sideboard, relatively self-explanatory. Dovin's Vetoes and Thalias against non-creatures, very control-heavy matchups. We run Supreme Verdict and Cleansing Nova for sweepers against the opponent's decks that can run a little bit faster than us, like your elves and goblins of the world. Nova is also in here, particularly because of the modal effect to destroy all artifacts and creatures. While normally this sucks and is not great to do in a basically artifact aggro list, this is here more so for the Salinity 9 Lives combo deck, at which point that we kind of automatically lose anyway, so it's better to interact with their combo and kill them that way than just to lose with a big board of nothing, you know? Rest in peace for Graveyard Hate. Meddling Mage for other combo decks are things that are other decks that are really, really centered around individual cards. Again, like the 9 Life Salinity or Sultai Ultimatum, stuff like that. And a single copy of Kira here for the, like, really heavy removal-based interactions, like your Jund mid-range, or your Rakdos stuff, or anything like that. And that is the basics of the deck list. Remember to like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you like my content and would like to see more in the future, and if you have any sort of comments about, say, substitutions for X over Y, go ahead and leave those down in the comments below. And with that out of the way, we'll go on to game number 1. And game number 1 with our little Ensoul Steel list. This has 3 lands, 4 spells, and basically everything the deck wants, so we'll go ahead and keep it. Let's see, turn 1, it'll probably be an Esper Sentinel. And then from there, I don't know if we will Ensoul Artifact to make a thing bigger. It will depend on what our opponent's running. If they're running some heavy interaction and like removal, you don't really want to, what's the word, you don't really want to ensoul things that are destructible. Oh, okay, they're running all the ninja stuff. Just about makes sense. So yeah, the oh, that's gonna get to be unblocked no matter what happens. So I get, yeah, Esper Sentinel 1, Esper Sentinel on 1, still pretty sound. So is our opponent running what I'm assuming is ninjas, basically, or ninja tribal? If I say I can't think of a 1 mana one that you want to run here. We'll go ahead and play the Razortide Bridge and play the Arcbound Mauser. I would be, oh, they probably have something like a Fatal Push or something. If I had to take a wild guess. What are they doing? Okay. Now if they attack with the Outcast, now they can ninjutsu in one of the card draw ninjas whose name escapes me. I'm sorry. Competent player, create tokens to copy. I mean, okay, that's fine, I guess. I'll go ahead and do the Spire of Industry. And we'll go ahead and just hit with the Tempered Steel. Yeah, we'll go ahead and swing. Why not? We might, maybe, hopefully, be able to sort of outrun our opponent, since my plan next turn is to just play probably a Blink Moth, and then we're going to Ensoul the Razortide Bridge. I don't think... Okay, you're making token copies. That's, like, neat. But our hope is here that they shouldn't have that much exile-based removal. Kind of one card. Yeah, that's going to be the plan here. So we'll go ahead and blue, and we'll use the Spire here. Ensoul the Razortide. Yeah, yeah. Threatening lethal right now, so they have to block with some stuff. And the Outcast can't block. So they have to give up some of their Mist Syndicate tokens if they want to not die here. Surprise, surprise, that's indestructible. But that's fine, that's an understandable mistake to make. Okay, I would argue that they could have still probably won that, but I've done that. I've done that on videos where I've made really bad mistakes like that and felt like crap. So we'll go ahead and just run it again. But that does do a pretty good... We'll keep that game in because it shows an okay game of, like, how you're supposed to sort of play the game in a linear fashion, as I stumble over my words. In that we just want to play things early on, get buffs, and just sort of swing in. We do have some interaction, but we're not an interactive deck. We just run enough interaction to sort of exist comfortably. Because I think, personally, in Historic, if you don't run any interaction, you're just asking to get, like, ran over, and, like, not ran over in the aggro sense of the word, but, like, you're just asking for trouble if you don't run any form of removal. I think any responsible deck that, like, cares about getting some W's should run some interaction. Now, that's actually kind of okay. We don't love it. It's not like the greatest hand alive or anything like that. Why are you running Retrofitter? I mean, it's not bad, I guess. It's just really not what I expected. I mean, you can attack with the Ornithopter and ninjutsu something in. Is that exactly what's happening? Yeah. Combat damage to a flare. Conjure a card named Virus Beetle into your hand. Japan. I mean, okay, I guess. It's like fine. We'll go ahead and Ensoul the Razortide, even though it's going to be tapped. If they make us discard something, we'll probably just discard a land. Honestly, probably one of the Spires of Industry. We don't want to ping ourselves too much if we can avoid it. Okay. Do you have another ninjutsu thing? Okay, why is that so low poly? Miscounter from it reveals their hand. You to cool. Okay. This threw me the fuck off. Okay. Sorry, what? Okay. I don't know if I would have particularly taken that one, but that's fine. Yeah, we'll play the pathway. We're not gonna attack, so we can actually start to block stuff. We want to keep the Iganjo in hand, so we're not adverse to chucking a couple lands. I'd be very surprised if they gobble up their Thopter for a big boy, but they might. I mean, it's an option. Now, let's see. Let's counter on it. This combat damage. Okay, so that's only a one-time thing. That's not that bad. Okay, you're gonna ninjutsu something there. But honestly, because if I understand how this works, the ninja should come in, replace it, still be attacking, and I should be able to Iganjo the thing down. Okay, good. That does work like I thought it did. That's good. We're not really as concerned about the rest of it. Like, that's like a cute interaction, but I don't know if it's good. I think we'll just do maybe a Spires here, and then... No, don't use that. Go ahead and pay the life. And get a Tempered Steel here. We're in a bad spot, because we're sort of starting to bleed a little bit here. But, I mean... Okay, well they can't have the Ornithopter. Yeah, okay, so they can make the 4/4, but it doesn't have flying, which is arguably the more important bit here. Go ahead and get rid of the land. Might play another one. It's great. Actually, well... Yeah, we'll get rid of the Forge. That seems like a dumb thing to do, but I actually really want the extra blocker here to feel a little bit safer. Now they're gonna sadly be able to start, like, doing their little thing. But right now we're just hoping to, like, kinda stall here. Yeah, this isn't a great spot. They're gonna slowly be able to turn on the Foundries, which I didn't even know they had. Isn't great. Kinda has to be said. Yeah, the Outcast is, in fact, all types, so does a Thopter. Oh, I don't need more lands right now, game. Yeah, and sometimes you just flood out, and life is pretty miserable. Yeah, gotta start making some dudes. This is going to very quickly get away from me if we don't draw some sort of, like, stronger plays here. Yeah. God damn. Okay, you gonna give me a card, or you gonna pay 3? That's good, that buys us time. Another Tempered Steel is something, it's not nothing. Isn't that right, baby girl? I guess we'll just Hollow Fountain. Okay, sacrifice a Thopter, make a 4/4. Oh man, we're in a really bad spot. If we attack, we just die on crackback. We don't even kill him. So very clearly, I probably should have taken the, or in the next game, we'll bring in Supreme Verdicts and the Cleansing Novas, and just try and live like that. We might just be able to walk it in, which is the most annoying thing ever. Yeah, that'll do it. I have interaction, but it's just the Foundries. This is so not the card I expected to see as much play as it does. Like, it's not, like, the most popular thing in the format, but you will see one with an alarming degree of regularity. And yeah, he's just gonna walk it in and kill us, which is so fucking frustrating. We'll give it one more turn. We'll see what we draw this turn, and if not, we'll just get a scoop and go to game 3. Yeah, making some dudes. Credit given, I have not run into a Ninja's deck in a long time. This is going to be a 100% just fair win. And another land. Also doesn't help if you just flood out. So yeah, we're gonna bring in some sweepers and accept the fact that we're gonna have to blow up our own board sometimes. It's not great. We don't love it. Rebuke isn't going to be that great because ninjutsu is not a casting cost, so you can't really counter it. And we don't have things like Stifle or what have you. So that sort of kills that as an option. What's the last card we cut? Honestly, probably an Ensoul. Like, they're not great here. We more so have to sort of play control magic here and, like, hope they don't have counter spells, but they didn't appear to have any. They appear to be pretty all in on the bonking people in the head game plan. It's got 3 lands and 4 spells, so it's, like, good enough. So we'll go ahead and play the Mauser on 1. This does kind of suck, because if he has some sort of ability to remove things from my hand, he's almost certainly going to take the Supreme Verdict. At least I would assume. Alright, let's see what we're doing. I think it's 2 to make 1. Yeah, make a servo. Probably gonna make one. Yep. Nice, Smokey, baby girl. Okay, there's a bridge. That's something. That's basically gets us to Supreme Verdict mana, which is nice. Yeah, making some servos. If he attacks with a servo, the question is, do I... Well... If he goes to spend his whole turn in Jitsuing whatever it is, we might actually just absence the ninja in question. Really? He doesn't? Okay. I was much more... Yeah, for God's sake. I was much more convinced that he was gonna be a bit more aggressive. We'll go ahead and play the Citadel. Let me see if I can... Yeah. We'll play the Tempered Steel here. Think we'll start applying pressure with a 3/3. See if he blocks and maybe in response does the thing. Yeah, makes a Thopter. The next turn we'll make that. Okay, so my God, that card is so weird that that's popular as it is. Yeah. It's not great. It's not great. Just come on, what are we doing? They're really in the tank here. I understand why they're thinking so hard, but they're overthinking it, and it's not that deep. I'm sorry, but what the fuck is... Okay. I forgot sometimes your opponents run goofy shit that doesn't make any sense. That makes no fucking sense in their deck, so it's like, okay. Like, what am I supposed to do against that? Hopefully they play out something bigger. But, like, that is so goddamn frustrating. Yeah, draw your cards. See if he probably doesn't, because he keeps it to steal my shit. And some weird ass play. We have to try and sweep. Luckily it can't be countered, so there's that going for us. So the board dies, which is something. Target artifact with mana value. Oh, it can't be 0, so you can't take artifact lands. I was about to say, this motherfucker is going to start stealing my lands. It's going to be pretty fucking ridiculous. But we're actually in an okay spot here. Probably ninjutsu something. Might as well. We honestly are in a little bit of a panic mode. Okay, I didn't think that's how that worked. Can you read that again? Turn an unblocked attacker. Huh. Yeah, that works. And that 100% works. That dumpsters me. And we're not exactly getting the best draws. We have to attempt to stem the bleeding here, but it's not great. Okay. The Biting Palm Ninja. That really sucks, but it kind of has to die, because that is... I don't like losing my Tempered Steel, but we just have to. Unless he has a Spell Pierce, but Spell Pierce is 2, right? Yeah, I was about to say. Okay, we need to draw... Basically, we need to go, like, runner into, like, some control stuff to, like, not die. But yeah, it does actually speak to the weakness of this deck, though. Okay, that's actually kind of what I wanted. In that, because this is a heavy synergy-based aggro deck, the amount of... What's the word? Not really interacting with an aggressive deck is always a good plan. But being able to attack my hand and control things, like, it's honestly a weakness of the deck. The deck is still fun and, like, very good, but you do have to accept the fact that sometimes you're just going to get out-controlled. Or you're going to get basically out-interacted as an aggro deck. We'll go now to game number 2. And game number 2 with our little Ensoul Steel list. One lander, but it's fine. Only because I have 2 1-drops and I'm on the draw. We'll see what happens here. Oh, it's okay. Shaman. That's another land, to be fair. It's kind of in another colored land as opposed to a colorless creature land, but that's fine. So, Shamans, that's a weird list, but okay. They almost certainly do better things than we do because they're just an explosive combo deck, and sometimes they just kill you. But in the meantime, I suppose we just sit here and hope we can get a really big rebuke. Sorry, what? Ogre attacks does damage intensity target. Okay, that's cute, but that's not good. Might as well counter it because we're not going to block the burning trees right now anyway. There we go. Well, actually, we can go ahead and play the Blink Moth now, and then play the Tempered Steel. Playing it in this order so we can turn on the Blink Moth next turn as an additional attacker. Show me a land and collected company into like some Rage Forgers or otherwise degenerate stuff. Well, they don't have any green sources. Has to be said. They could still have what's that card? Harmonic Prodigy, right? Progeny or whatever the hell. Okay, none of those are actual green sources for a collected company. Hey! Called it. I think we'll, just continue with the plan here. I swing for 9. But at this rate, we'll just die on Crackback, which is real cool. So we're gonna go ahead and not attack. Yep, there's a Visionary. There's that. Go ahead, double up your card draws here. Another mountain. That is so goddamn weird. Okay, that's not that bad. Okay. It's not great. Probably still shouldn't be running it, has to be said. Okay. So he attacks, he'll deal 2 damage, probably to my face, gets his intensity up. This is such a weird game. I don't think it's that good, but they're gonna do it anyway. So we're on a... Well, if he attacks with the ogre, we do block and kill. Depending on... Yeah, okay, maybe we're not totally Dungeon Rings. Go ahead and play the Fountain, untapped. And play the Tempered Steel, number 2. Then we have a Blink Moth Nexus that we can hit. Let's see, if we attack with our whole board, what do we do? What does he do here? Attacking with 5 attackers, he blocks with 6. But he has to block, so I think we can attack, because to be honest, at this rate, we're not gonna win. I think this is gonna be a game 2 with some sweepers. The question is what he blocks and where. That's something. Unless he's going for the kill. Why would you throw away 2 creatures if you're going to chump block? That's a little weird. Okay. I think what? I'm sorry, what? So he could have done one of those... That's so weird. Okay, that's fine. We'll take it. We'll take it. I'm not that picky about a win. Maybe Rebukes can go out. We kind of want the Arcbound Mousers for some life game. Probably a Thought Monitor, because that's a really kind of a slow card. And we're going to have to be like really proactive and try and kill them real quick, because their deck is just more explosive than ours is. Okay, 3 lands, some interaction. We do have a Supreme Verdict, so there's something there. They did draw green, so their collected companies are online. Prodigy, Shaman? Okay, I mean, yeah. It resolves. You would like another land, has to be said. Okay, there's a Visionary. Hasn't played a land, so maybe he's looking for one. Honestly, I'll probably take that. We didn't appear to have drawn a land, so we're actually in kind of a good spot. We'll go ahead and Nettle Sis, because we're not the most scared of the Visionary on his own. Okay. It's a Burning Tree. Does he chain into several, or does he just draw a card? There's the Ogre. We'll go ahead and let that one through. We're not that committed. We do have to kill the, not kill, in this case, just remove the Ogre. As if it is allowed to attack, it's going to start pinging off my board. I think... Okay, he's drawing again. Looking for more lands. Didn't draw it because they went straight into that. I think actually we take the block because we have the verdicts in hand. We're just really more so looking to get... That's not bad, honestly. So yeah, we're just looking to get as many trades as we can and hoping that they will... Our opponent will commit really hard into a board that a Supreme Verdict will absolutely dumpster. Kind of like a collected company. That counts. Okay, if nothing else, they can Burning Tree and crack their clue. This might be the biggest board we're going to get to trade here with. So I think we're going to keep the Seat of the Empire and just chump block the 3/3, and we'll go ahead and Supreme Verdict here. They could just have another one, which would suck. I mean, let's be honest. Maybe. We probably need to play it. We can't afford to keep pinging ourselves for white mana for our next Supreme Verdict. Okay. Nothing came of that, so that's good. So we'll go ahead and play another Nettle Cyst. Keeping open the Absence right now. Well, actually, we'll go ahead and actually equip the Germ with both Nettle Cyst. This way we can take a block a little more safely. He does have a layer of the Hydra. It's not great. There's an Ogre. Another Faceless Agent. We'll probably Apparition down that Ogre if I had to take a wild guess this turn. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and attack, and if they trade, we're kind of just happy to take the trade. I was about to say, I don't think they would, nor should they, in that spot, take a trade. Here's a Rage Forger. That's not good. Oh, it really friggin' sucks. In that case... Yeah, why did you do it in that order? Alright, whatever. So we'll go ahead and block the Apparition and then just cast our next Verdict. We don't love that we're taking damage like that, but we don't really have an option right now. Just looking to chump to stem the bleeding here. Yeah, go ahead and get your 3/3. Yeah, we'll play the Otawara so we don't have to ping ourselves to play a Verdict. And we still do have a Fateful Absence open if they should, like, fire up their lair for, like, a really big amount. Oh god, this is really not going that great. We're, like, living, but we're not, like, advancing in any meaningful way. Which is really, really, really sucky. It does come out as a shaman, doesn't it? Yep. There's that. Okay, that's something. That's something. We're still not in a great spot, it has to be said. But I think we can, like, win from here. Yeah. Why is there white mana? Where does... I can't think of a single white shaman. It's not exactly a color that produces shamans, you know? Okay. You fire up the lair. Nope, that's another Rage Forger. Okay, I think we did. I think that just kills us. Okay, that's fine. Yep. It's over. Honestly, maybe a Meddling Mage can come in and we can get rid of an Ensoul and a Tempered Steel because we're just bleeding out more and more artifacts to try and do this. Meddling Mage will almost certainly name probably... One will name a Rage Forger and the other would probably name a Collected Company, as I can see those being the biggest problems. Okay, that's something. That's not bad. That's not awful. Go ahead and play the Razortide Bridge. Next turn we might just Ginger Root and Blackstaff here. Alright, and a Tempered Steel, that's not bad. So we'll go ahead, yeah. Ginger Roots and Blackstaff. Pretty good. Has to be said. Burning Tree. It's not great, but what are we gonna do? An Elvish Visionary. It's a big scary board, has to be said. Okay, so we can do... We can do one blue and a colorless, then we can Ensoul the Bridge. Probably need to go on the aggressive, because I think we'll just die if we don't. Yeah. It's not great. Shaman into... If it's a Rage Forge, then we just kind of lose on the spot. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, then we just lose on the spot. Yep, sometimes you get out comboed. We didn't have a sweeper, and they do the nuts. Well, that's all for our little video. I promise the deck is actually a lot of fun and much better than our games today have shown. But yeah, sometimes people are more linear than you are, and they're just more explosive. And you don't draw your sideboard cards. But that'll be all for today's video. Remember to like the video if you liked it, sub if you like my grab bag of content and would like to see more. And if you have any sort of questions in the comments down below, I'll, for the most part, try to answer them if they're like a question or something like that. But statements are, are not a promise. But anywho, thank you all for watching. Remember to be kind to one another and stay safe out there. Bye-bye.